now the story's already out, and he got to play cleanup. He got to pay a PR rep. He got to play cleanup now because you're messy. You kind of outside. You kind of being passed around a little bit from one industry person to the next industry person. That has a real cost to him. So I would agree. There's certain guys that are in certain levels where it does matter who they date. When you on a certain level, you don't really care. I mean, it's you low level, whatever the case. But once you starting to hit a certain thing and you find out, oh, this person date this person, and oh, okay, so now you gotta know how to maneuver. It's something women don't may not understand, but I understand where he's coming from on that point.
Industry where people know each other. He don't want to get with something that's possibly going to embarrass him. That's been messing around with one of his brothers. He wants to go ahead and dead that immediately. I understand.
Oh,
That's
brother.
nuts. On the first date?
Why
I
not?
understand.
Because why does it matter? I'm with you now. I'm sitting here with you now.
No, we just dating, mama. So I need to know if I'm gonna hold your hand when we
That's a
leaving
vibe
this.
killer.
But it doesn't matter because I didn't choose him and he didn't choose me, and that was in the past.
But that
No.
don't mean you didn't want to choose him.
Women use this term all the time. It doesn't matter who I dated because I didn't choose him. I chose you. Ladies, you gotta stop saying that shit to people. It's the biggest okey doke that ever existed. And it only works on suckers because most dudes are like, what? That don't even make no sense. It doesn't matter because you didn't choose him. You only chose me. No. No. Yes, we do have the right to make choices. But sometimes when a guy's asking you a question, I think it's easier for you to say, yeah, I take ownership. Me and him, we dated and it didn't work out for these reasons. We're fundamentally different people. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that I thought I can get over, eventually I learned I couldn't. These are the things that made us different. And so I had to move on. That's taking ownership. Pretending like it never happened is not the solution. And when you say something like, it doesn't matter, I didn't choose him, it's the same way of saying, pretend like I never actually dated him. That's not possible. Because in a man's mind, I don't know what kind of relationship he's got with the dude that he knows, but men are always in competition with each other. Like a tactic that men use when they're mad at each other is they'll sleep with each other's girls just to flex on the man they're mad at. Look at Jay-Z and Nas. Look at Biggie and Tupac. That shit is war. That's like a war tactic that men use. So, if you're dating a girl I used to date, that's not an indication of friendship. That's an indication of competition, war. Because it's like there's like the ratio is more women than men. How the hell did you end up dating by way of coincidence? Did you end up dating the same chick I was dating? You're doing that to get my attention. Whether it's the man or the woman, it's being done to get the attention of that man. So if a dude does that to you, that's a part of your circle. He's dating a girl that he knew you liked and you were serious about. He trying to get your attention. What he's really saying to you is, I want your spot. Why is it that you can have this when I wanted that? Why do you get the big piece of chicken? That's what he's saying. Look, in guy code, a lot of women don't understand that. That's what it is. It's competition, right? If two guys go out to a club and they're hanging out and they both like a girl and the girl chooses one of them, remember they both liked her. She chose one. And let's say the one dude hands her out with her, they hit it off. They both vibe with the girl, but he's dealing with that girl. The dude that didn't get the girl, in his mind is still thinking, I like the girl. So low key, any opportunity he gets to get the girl, he may take the opportunity if it presents itself. Just keep it in 1,000. Because in a way, you think you're him? No, I think I'm him. And now they're clashing. To me, I feel like it's a mammal thing, right? Like, look at any animal species you want to look at, and the men fight over the women. Why? It's about my bloodline. It's about my lineage. It's about just the flex. I don't know. I guess it's ingrained in our nature. It's not supposed to be like that. So a lot of wise men just go do their own thing. Because that's my brother. I don't want to fight with him over a girl. So are you talking to her? All right, cool. If you talking to her, I'm not talking to her. I don't even want to believe I want her if he wants her. So wise men are like, yo, that's my brother. If that's what he's doing that. I can't even program my mind to want what he wants, because if I want what he wants, I'm going to go after it just as hard as he's going to go after it. And eventually we're going to clash, and that's going to be the end of the friendship. So let me steer clear of that. So when Cam is asking a question, yo, you and dude used to deal with each other. If that's his man, he got to ask himself, how important is a night with you, or having you, to my relationship with this guy? Because if that guy really felt a way towards you, if he really liked you, if you meant something to him, it's not going to be okay for him to see me with you. So now, by way of nature, we're going to have to become, in some ways, enemies. I'm not going to say enemies, but resentment's going to build up. The man's going to start feeling, bro, look at Drake and Future. These are guys who both get women. They start sleeping with each other women. You slept with somebody he liked a little too much. Now there's rumbling. Now you did that to him. Now you did that to his man. There's rumbling like in the camp. This nigga always sleeping with everybody girl. He don't respect us. And guess what? Now they clashing. He's like, what did I miss, bro? That's what you missed. That's what you missed. You missed the nature of man. That's what you missed, bro. The nature of man is competitive. So if your girl is mixy and she leading him on, and she flirting with him, and now they all want her, now it's a competition. And for the man, I just got to conquer it. I just got to get it. And if he gets it and you got it, now he's sitting on it. Because now if you ever feel like your chest too big, you're going to be like, come on, man. With your girl? Nigga. Your girl is what makes you that person? I don't know if y'all remember this. At one point, when Jay-Z was beefing with Dame Dash, and people was picking sides. So Cameron picked Dame Dash's side. And I heard there was a diss song that Dame Dash did on behalf of Cam to Jay-Z. And he said something about Beyonce at the time and Destiny's Child, how he did a song, he got the tapes. That's like a light tap. We could take it there. What did he mean? He got what tapes? What tapes you got? What are we talking about? What tapes you got? That's a flex. That's a back then. Beyonce wasn't Beyonce, and I was Cameron. And back then, maybe my star was a little brighter. Maybe she was into my light. Maybe things went down. So you see how guys will position that there? Like Jay-Z did it with not to Nas. He was like, because you know who, and you know what, and you know who. Let's keep that between me and you and take over. He said that to him. It was a threat, a veiled threat. He eventually ended up revealing in a later diss song that he violated this man's whole back seat, his car seat, all of that. But this is, men strategically use women that other men care about as a war, as ammunition to tackle a whole, to bring men down a peg. When you start feeling yourself, a man will remind you, like, don't feel yourself that much. You ain't that nigga. Why? Because your girl, this is what I was doing to your girl. Now all of a sudden you don't feel as powerful anymore. You're like, damn, this chick violated me. I thought she was honest. I thought I could confide in her. It's a tool that men use. So what he talking about is 100%. But see, I hope, and this sounded like long-winded, but this is like guy code. I'm going deep down into the trenches and explaining to you. Men view this as a potential ammunition for war. For war. So it's not just as light as y'all make it seem like. So why I chose you? No, miss. If you chose me after you dealt with him, then you settled for me. You chose him. You settling for me. I need to understand that. Because if you settling for me, maybe I'll just see what's up. I'm getting a piece, and you know, I'm not wifing you. You know what I mean? Because I'm the guy you settled for. I'm not the guy you chose. And that's the difference. So